almost leaned into the candlelight. You stirred your drink, the air turned tight, and we both blinked and let it die.
Your silhouette read like a jazz refrain. I knew the chords but missed the name. We shared a silence sharp and wide, then let the rhythm roll and hide.
The trumpet sighed just once so low, like even brass had fear to show. You glanced, then gone, a ghostly flow, and almost love is still a no.
Almost never, still aches true.
Like melodies lost in evening.
We danced in glances, passed straight through, and left no kiss, but left a clue.
Your name was Jazz, I never played, a lyric left in minor shade.
I hum it still, just out of frame, a song unsung, but not unnamed.
In doorways thick as sin, I saw you once, that should have been.
But jazz prefers the things within.
Almost. Almost.
Almost never, still play slow.
We haunt in keys we'll never show.
Left or stayed, I'll never know. But jazz remembers what we let go.
I almost loved you. You'll never know. I wrote your name in crimson ink between the bars of what we think. The sax laughed low, the gin turned pink, and I played you soft, just on the brink.
You waltzed in lies, all cufflink shine, but even charm can't shift a time. My bass knew better, walked a line right past your plot, beat for spine.
You played in sharps, but I tuned flat, spelled forever in a minor spat. The trumpet caught it, we all knew that. You swung, I swung back. Crimson key signature signed in smoke.
Each note a promise, each rest a joke.
I danced your downfall bar by bar, with grace, with poise, with no guitar, just jazz. And how you broke. Poured your lies in a crystal glass, stirred it slow with a question asked. You blinked in rhythm, never fast, but baby, class don't always last.
There's murder in meter and blood in brass. I left my prints in every pass. You called it music, I called it glass. music burns, but we still know.
You wrote the theme, I wrote the show, and darling, your silence was the best solo. So let the curtains fall with class. You were never flat, just never jazz. There's ghost in the gin again. Whispers curl where words have been. The trumpet forgot who to blame. And I sip slow, calling out your name.
Your scent in the vinyl and the static hiss, a loop of your laugh stitched in every abyss. You dance through my shadows like syncopated sin, left perfume on the rhythm and bruises on skin.
Tick of a bass line, pulse of regret. You hum in Morse code, I ain't figured it yet. Love broke the needle, then spun the cassette. Now I swing solo in a midnight vignette.
Ghost in the gin, toast and lie.
Echoes bloom where the silence died.
We jazzed in ruins, wore bourbon disguise.
Your melody lingers in bloodshot skies.
Ghost in the gin, and no goodbye.
Ashes in my coffee, lipstick on your glass. Your voice in the trumpet, breaking like brass. I waltz with illusions that don't know the steps, while the acid beneath us just quietly crept.
I caught your shadow dancing on the drum head. It knew the song, but the rhythm bled. Flickers of Havana in a grayscale bed. You said forever and vanished instead. In the gin, kiss and fade.
Spilling secrets on a chip gold plate.
We burn slow in that smoky state.
Now I solo through our dissonant fate.
Ghosts in the gin, we drank too late.
Ghost in the gin. I still hear you in the spin.
Just one more round, where have you been?
Ashes on the starlight, drifting through the smoke. Your name curls like incense, a promise we broke. The trumpet won't cry, and neither will I. We just sway in the dark, too tired to lie. You wore goodbyes like a satin coat, left your lipstick on my favorite note. The saxophone knew, played it real slow. How do you lose someone who never let go? Your voice lingers like a dissonant chord. I trace it on glasses, sharp as a sword. The bass walks circles on this cracked old floor. You shut the door, but left the score. Ashes on the starlight, falling soft. backwards in a loss. You kissed me once, then just turned off. Now I'm harmonizing with the loss, ashes and the cost. There's dust in the gin and regret in the keys. Your name still folded in Cuban breeze. I wear the sorrow like a vintage dress, with pearls of silence and polite distress.
I said forever in a minor chord. You said nothing, but the silence roared. Now each beat limps, each bar's a blade, and we pretend it's just jazz we play.
Ashes on the starlight, slow descend.
Each note a page that was never sent.
We danced in shadows till the tempo bent. Now we jazz alone, but both lament. Ashes, heaven sent. Ashes on the starlight. No one to catch 'em this time. You left your love in an ashtray side, lit it with a match and a half-closed eye. The trumpet tried to warm me dry, but I stayed just to hear goodbye.
I poured truth like gin, 3 fingers strong. You drank it like a chorus to the same sad song. Our notes were flat, but we still played along. 2 ghosts rehearsing where we don't belong.
The saxophone curves where your fingers curl. I hum in the key of a vanished world. You wrote me in smoke, then let it unfurl. Now love is a metaphor we can't reword. Cigarettes and metaphors, dancing barefoot on old ballroom floors. We stitch jazz in invisible wars. Now all we hold are metaphors and smoke beneath the door.
I kissed your silence through gritted grace. You smiled like a villain in a tux of lace. The beat went limp and the rhythm gave chase. Still I waited like a candle waits.
You said it was art, what we made in pain, but art don't knock at 4 a.m. in the rain. It don't echo in glasses or whisper your name. It just lingers like smoke on a window pane. Here's to the ache we turn to rhyme. One last track, one last time. Your name in candle wax, stirred gin with a prayer and a crimson tax. The trumpet wept like it knew your past, and I danced slow as if it lasts.
Confession booths made of velvet chairs. We drank forgiveness in minor flares. The saints here smoke, they don't forgive. They hum in 4/4 and forget to live.
Your sin was jazz in a tailored suit, fingers like scripture kissing me mute. Each note you played was half dispute, but I stayed for the absolute.
We're saints of smoke, holy and wrong. Our faith was rhythm, sharp, headstrong. Now we jazz alone,
but the ache plays on.
saints of smoke,
but never gone. You spoke in riddles and Cuban drums, wrote psalms on matchbooks, tasted like rum. I wore your shadow like second skin, still hum your name like original sin. Love like communion wine. You drank it fast, then redrew the line. You danced in smoke and stole the shrine. Now jazz is my only divine. We're saints of smoke, midnight born. We sinned in tempo, kissed like storm, and left the chapel worse than torn. So light a match and call it verse. Some saints stay, but some wasn't goodbye, just a long inhale. Trumpets slept and the lights went pale.
I watched you slip through rhythm's hands, a silhouette between slow jazz stands. The ashtray held more truth than me, so I exhaled
quietly. The saxophone paused like it lost its place.
My voice stayed still in your aftertaste.
We didn't crash, we just erased, line by line at fading pace.
Slow fade to brass, no sharp goodnight.
The candle curled, the gin lost bite.
Your name still plays in scattered light, but love, it left stage left polite.
You held your glass like it meant more. I held my breath near the cellar door. The bass line thinned, the echo wore, and silence hummed
What we ignored.
We weren't loud, we weren't flames, just a soft dissolving trumpet names. No chorus breaks, no final frames, just jazz that never took the blame.
Slow fade to brass, no curtain call.
Our duet dried along the wall.
We didn't fall, we didn't stall, we just stopped.
And that was all. It wasn't goodbye, not really, just quiet. Velvet static in the corner of the night. Ashtray halos kiss the chrome moonlight. A saxophone moans like it's mourning a fight. And I hum low just to keep things tight.
My boots on broken tiles echo sharp in time. Whiskey laced with secrets dissolving in lime. Your laugh curls like trumpet smoke, sweet, bitter, sublime. We tango through chaos in a dissonant rhyme.
You sip like a riddle, lip-stained Cabernet. I sway like a villain who forgot what to say. Love's a roulette wheel in this Paris cafe, spinning jazz and gunpowder into foreplay.
Velvet static, pull me under.
Satin shadow split with thunder.
Every note a quiet plunder
Of the sins we jazzed asunder.
Oh, midnight's got your number.
You lit my fuse with a muted trumpet sigh. Cowboy chords neath a neon cry. We were grunge in Havana, torn denim lullaby. Now the rhythm's just ghosts in a Cuban sky.
There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's a bullet in the jukebox, 'cause the band is stuck. There's playing our track. Your lipstick's still jazz in my mind in black. Even silence here got a bebop smack. I talk in solos and you don't talk back. Velvet static louder now.
Get that haloed howling vow.
Twisting fate with raised eyebrows.
You kiss my past and I still allow the smoke to teach me how. Velvet static, oh play me wrong. Grunge and gospel in a midnight song. Play me all night long. Black lace algorithm caught in your coat. Velvet bugs in the line on this backlit road. Your trumpet light, but the rhythm told. And I danced like the fire was just cold.
You ran your hands through a binary storm, spoke in jazz tongues, twisted the norm. My thoughts unraveled like Cuban string over tablas that throb and phantom swing.
You were glitch and gospel, rust and shine, every kiss a cipher I couldn't define. We sink in tremors, off-key divine, lust in tempo, lust in decline.
Black lace algorithm,
Running red, sweet like code written by the dead.
I was your logic,
You were my dread. Now it's all jazz where the bullets bled. Black lace, baby, love misread. You carved piano keys in my spine. Each note bent wrong but felt just fine. Your drum spoke truths you never said, and the acid in you rewired my head. You danced like a glitch in a ballroom fight, with nails like algorithms and eyes like night. Your saxophone cracked under neon light, and I kissed the chaos, grinning tight. Black lace algorithm on this beat
made a monster I couldn't delete.
We debug love in a smoky suite, while Havana burns beneath my feet. Black lace glitch complete.
Still taste your coat on my lips, still hear your bass in my hips, but the jazz just skips.
There's whispers in the dry martini, slurred like ghosts with a tambourine. You left your voice on the rim of my glass, and it sings each time I lean.
Your silhouette stitched in the cello's hum. You talked in riddles, then came undone. The sax moans truths you never said. In Havana time, we both played dead.
Your lies had rhythm, I danced on cue. Swayed in 6/8, but I knew what was true. Now every sip rewinds the view, and I toast to the phantom I once called you.
Whispers in a dry martini,
olive eyes, bittersweet and dreamy.
You fade in chords that spin so cleanly. Love turned to jazz, abstract and steamy.
Whispers and I drink discreetly. You were rumbled beneath the ballroom floor. My fingers still hum the way you wore that cigarette soul, that cruel encore. Now I stir gin with grief, not war.
I kissed you in triplets, held you in swing, but your silence, darling, had the sharpest sting. The trumpet wept when you slipped the ring, and now the band plays nothing.
Whispers in the dry martini,
Shaken shadows, smooth and seedy.
we waltzed through noir, torn and greedy, left our names in ash, faint and needy. Now whispers are all that see me.
So here's to the static and all we unplayed.
To the jazz in your silence and the price I paid. Velvet drips from the guillotine. Your love was sharp, but dressed so clean. We waltzed where sinners sip caffeine, and jazz like royalty unseen.
I wore your silence like a tailored suit, stitched in size, sharp at the root. The trumpet watched, too wise to speak, while the bass line bent like a prayer midweek.
We were poetry wrapped in a bitter chord, a ballroom drenched in a minor lord. Your kiss, a jazz note I couldn't afford, but I paid in metaphors and discord. Velvet guillotine cut me slow.
Love was theater, now it's just show.
You bowed with grace, I broke below, and the sax still cries where we used to glow. Velvet, just so you know. I sang our eulogy in reader time, with candles, smoke, and bitter lime. You watched from shadows, half in rhyme, while I wept in tempo, still calling it mine.
Never danced, we collided in step.
Your hands knew rhythm, but not what they kept.
You said love, but your tempo misled.
Now it's all just jazz, we left for dead.
Velvet guillotine, fall again.
Cut the past from present tense.
We bled in sacks and whispered zen,
And drank the end like sweet absinthe.
velvet, and then silence.
So raise a glass to the guillotine's glee. The jazz was real, the rest just dream.
There's ghosts in this room we never named. They sit where we sat, mostly unchanged. You left your echo in a trumpet's breath, and it calls me still, but softer than death.
The clock still ticks like brush nail tabs. Your perfume stitched in the phonograph. The bass walks slow like it knows the past, and the sax remembers but never asks.
You rehearsed leaving like it was a scene, marked your lines in burgundy and nicotine. I stood in spotlight, blind and serene, and the jazz just kept playing between. The ghosts we rehearse,
Never forget
each note of the blues we quietly led.
your voice in the trumpet, still a threat, but love
Love don't die, it just becomes dead. The ashtray's full of what we meant. Your name tastes like an accident.
I hum our sins beneath my breath. Each verse we wrote a little closer to death.
We made a home in unfinished chords, jazzed in circles, forgot the doors.
I still sleep in the key of remorse, with ghosts we rehearsed and never divorced. We rehearse, dressed in key.
They dance in silence, begging tease.
You left, but the melody agrees that we both stay. differently.
So pour one slow for the roles we reversed, and raise a glass to the ghost we rehearsed. There's nothing in C minor, no chord, no cry, just empty space where sound walk by.
Your glass still sweats on the windowsill. The bass line stopped, but I feel it still. Trumpet crack won't even try. Even ghosts have learned to say goodbye.
We didn't fight, we just dissolved. The jazz kept playing, problem unsolved. You took your coat, I took the fall, and silence took it all. Nothing in C minor, no melody, no motive, just refrain. We loved in rhythm, but died in chains. Now C minor
just sounds like rain.
You hummed a tune with no resolve, left it lingering in alcohol. I tried to harmonize that space, but jazz won't beg and time won't chase.
But it was just delay. I said we'd fade with class, but we just stayed in lowercase. Nothing in C minor, and that's the song. It never started, just played too long. You're not missing, you're just gone.
We leave in threes, you, me, and time. One takes the glass, one takes the rhyme.
Your coat still hangs where silence grew, a metronome with nothing new. The trumpet nods like it once knew, but even brass can outgrow you.
The bass still walks, but now alone. We danced in rooms already gone. You led too fast, I followed slow. And somewhere in that space, we let it go.
We leave in threes, never loud.
One keeps hope,
one wears shroud.
last one sing.
But not the crowd. We leave in threes, heads unbowed.
I folded time in your old vest, hung it on the note you guessed. The keys we played, now second guessed, still echo soft inside my chest.
There was never a door, just a pause. We thought it was forever, it was just because.
We leave in threes.
You first, then me.
Then the jazz, slowly, quietly.
No spotlight fall, no symphony, just brushed snare and what used to be.
So take the glass, and I'll take the key. We leave in three, always softly. You left your matchbook on the stage with numbers blurred and lipstick age. The lights went out, the crowd was thin, and the melody whispered, don't begin.
Your rhythm cracked before the downbeat fell. I smiled through solos you couldn't sell. The bass still hums like a warning bell, but the echo knows and it won't tell.
The chords were clean, the truth was not. We played in key, but what we bought
Was not a love, just something taught. Jazz played on, but we forgot.
the jazz was never ours to keep.
It swung too wide, it sighed too deep. We danced in mirrors, sang in sleep. But jazz don't lie, it just cuts steep.
You lit the tempo, then left the room. I followed smoke, but found no tune. The sax still weeps in minor bloom. It loved us more than we assumed.
We weren't a song, we were the rest. The pause between what's said and guessed.
I never lied, I just played best.
Was never ours, not quite.
We held the notes, but not the light.
Now all that plays is not quite right. The jazz moved on, we stayed the night.
So close the case, don't check the bars. We played the notes, but they weren't ours. Red velvet stage, spotlight dim. You left your lies in every hymn. The mic still hums, but I don't sing. Just bow to silence, like it's a king.
We called it love, it played like dead, in minor chords, on strings still wet. The trumpet warned, but we placed bets. Now all that's left is silhouettes.
You kissed in time, but danced in lies. Each promise broke with brushed replies. The sax recalls, it never cries. It just recurs when something dies.
Encore for the dead.
No flowers, no fanfare. We played it well, but nothing else.
Just notes that hang in thinning air. Encore for the dead, if you dare.
You held a pause like it meant grace, but love don't bloom in second place. The curtains dropped, you left no trace, except the echo in my face.
You don't bury jazz. You bury the fools who thought it could save them.
For the dead, no standing ovation,
Just empty seats and resignation.
we bowed in key, a sad salvation.
Encore, our final station.
The lights go black,
The smoke gets fed.
and we still play the jazz of the dead. I heard our song in 3/4 time, still slow, still sharp, but no longer mine. The saxophone blinked a quiet sign. You were the bridge, not the line.
I wrote you in a second verse, tucked you beneath the saxophone's curse. The bass still walks in reverse, every step rehearsed and worse.
We danced through pauses, not the tune, waltzed through dusk like it was June, but June can't hold a dying moon, and jazz don't lie, it ends too soon.
You were just the bridge,
not the song,
a passing key where we went wrong.
a lovely chord,
but not for long. You played me sweet but never strong.
you held my hand and like a borrowed phrase said all the lines but dodged the gaze. The club forgot, the lights decayed, but I stayed till the drums betrayed.
Bridges burn, or worse they fade. You weren't the climax, you were the trade. Just the bridge,
Never the theme,
a flourish lost in someone's dream.
I played it soft,
But now I see you weren't the end, just in between.
so thanks for the waltz and the velvet sting, but you were the bridge, not everything. You always left before the outro, said you knew the end, didn't need to sit. The trumpet would cry, you'd already quit. I stayed just to feel the split.
You walk like a bridge we'd never cross, stepped in tempo, talk like laws. The jazz played soft, the meaning was coarse. Even in silence I felt the force.
You light beginnings, never the fade. Skip the strings, ignored the shade, but the brass remembers what we evade, and it's still humming the choice you made.
Leave before the outro, cut the light.
We never learned to lose polite.
You loved me best at curtain height, then vanished in the dying night. I held the note you wouldn't keep, danced in echoes, slept too deep. Now the bass line drags where memories weep. The rhythm mourns but doesn't leave.
I didn't leave the band, I just missed the cue. You didn't kill the song, you wrote who it sang to.
Leave before the outro, skip the 8.
The drums will fill whatever we break.
Left in tempo, I stayed away. Now jazz
Is the only truth we face.
you always left before the end. But darling, the outro was when I began. I saw you in the mirror at the end of the bar. Same drink, same lie, same fading star. The trumpet blinked, too tired to spar, and I realized you were never far. You talk like jazz, no center, no spine. I followed your phrasing, ignored every sign. But mirrors don't lie, they just bide their time. And truth always swings in minor nine. You dance with ghosts in your own glass. Said this time love, but let it pass. I played alone, a hollow brass. Now all that echoes is what we amassed. Mirror at the end of the bar, same reflection, same old scar. You drank to forget who you are, but I drank to remember how far. You smiled in sync with the saxophone sigh, wore charm like smoke and blinked goodbye. But jazz don't flirt, it clarifies, and the band knew better than to try.
I wasn't in love, I was in disguise. You weren't the woman, just the reprise. The truth ain't loud, but it leaves a scar.
We played the notes but missed the start. Now I drink alone with who you are. Kiss the glass and watched it bend. Reflections lie, but jazz it ends. You left the needle in the groove. Didn't say much, just stopped the move. The trumpet sighed, the snare stayed light. I poured the silence, held it tight.
You always danced around the beat, wore rhythm sharp but
kept retreat. The baseline bowed, the lights turned gray. I didn't ask, you didn't stay.
Some songs don't end, they just decay. And some goodbyes refuse to say. So I just let the record play till jazz forgot how to obey. I let the record play, no hand. Watched melody drift like smoke apart. You were the static, I was the star. But jazz, my love, don't char. Your shadow stitched in every bar. Your whispers caught in that minor star. We never fought, we just withdrew. You closed the set, I kept the cue.
The needle never cracked,
The vinyl never lied.
we just ran out of meaning
Before the next sigh.
No fix, no flame, just tones in time. Without a name, you didn't leave, you just became a quiet chord I never tamed.
It's still spinning, I just stopped listening.